Hey guys, Mistmaster1 here, and welcome back to more Super Mario Galaxy 2. In the last episode, we finished up the green stars that were in World 3, so the first 3 worlds are now officially gold crowned. We are completely done with them, and we also took care of the Sweet Mystery Galaxy in World 4 to kick things off in this world. And in this episode, we're going to be doing the Supermassive Galaxy, the Flipsville Galaxy, and the Honeyhop Galaxy's green stars for another 8 green stars for this video. We will end off with Honeyhop because there's a green star in Flipsville and a green star in Supermassive that are both really sketchy to get. It's one of those they both have a green star where you can easily die if you don't get it the first time around, so let's hope it doesn't come to that, but nonetheless, let us get started here. The 3 green stars in Supermassive Galaxy are actually fairly early into the level, like in the first, I would literally say like third of the level we can get these green stars, so here's green star 1. If you look very closely, you can see green star 2 at the very end of that first shot right there, but that's all you can really see. Alright, we're back here again. This is like the the big Luma, I was gonna make a joke, but I'm not going to be that stupid. Like, I'll be at least a little, I don't know. I'm just not gonna try to offend anyone because, you know, what's the first thing you think of when you think of this galaxy? I don't know. But, here's the green star location. The first one right there in the air, and what we have to do is actually do a triple jump off this coin in order to reach it. If you can, try to do it, please reach it. Oh, man. That was actually a really close attempt. This first one this one isn't really scary to get, it's just really irritating to get because you basically need a triple jump to reach it. And the way you want to, yeah, I should have practiced this a little bit more. Basically what you want to try to do is line it up so, you're kind of on the exterior, not the exterior, but just like the far right edge of the coin as it's moving around. So you kind of want to time your triple jumps accordingly like that, and there we go, yeah. That can be a bit messy to get. It's really far out of the way, but with enough precision, you can definitely get it. The second one, which you might have actually seen in the background there while I was collecting this one, is scarier to get for the fact that if you basically fail at all, and you don't grab it when you're supposed to, you're gonna fall to your death. Thankfully, I have a strategy to help me get that green star right over there. That is green star 2. My strategy, if I can execute it properly, basically makes it so that I can't miss this star. It looks very daunting to get because if you don't approach it from the proper way, you're basically just gonna fall. But a few things to go, before we get into this, a few pointers to make out. First off, let's just get across here. Do not even think about that green star for the very moment. What you want to do, just in case you do miss this green star, so you don't have to redo the entire trek over here every time, hit this checkpoint just in case. So in case you do fall, you literally just have to come over here and the green star's like literally only a few steps away. Now here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a moment to explain this. I'm going to wait for these guys to lift up like this, and then run under this part where my cursor is, and then basically fall down the side. And then what that's going to be able to do, what that's going to allow us to do is kind of slide down like this, and then just spin into the green star like that. And that is my method of grabbing that star. It's a lot harder. Actually, it's a lot easier than it looks, but people can make that out to be a lot harder than it actually is if they don't approach it the proper way. Just think about what you're doing exactly, and it'll all work out. 10101, I like that time. Green Star 3 is actually very simple to get compared to the other 2. I mean, it goes along the same concept of Green Star 1, but it honestly is not that difficult at all. To make your life a little bit easier, though, because it is up there, what you can do is actually just get rid of these 2 of these giant Koopas here, and then just leave 1, and then just damage yourself off one of them. And then that'll pretty much be the end of that. Alright, now let's just lose the drill here because you're going to want the spin that comes with the triple jump, which we're going to have to use in order to make it. But yeah, this will give you not as much pressure with enemies kind of chasing you. So let's do 1, 2, 3, and spin. And okay, whew, I almost missed that. Not that it would have been a big deal, but thankfully since I got rid of the 3 Koopas, like 2 of the 3 Koopas, that kind of lessens the pressure a bit. So you do have multiple chances. Plus you can also just, I believe, backflip and then jump over the Koopa if need be. So just having one on the field instead of 3 of them will make it so that you hit the jump more likely than not, so you're not being pressured by I don't know what I'm trying to say, I'm making up stuff as I go. But yeah, basically getting rid of 2 of the 3 makes it so that you don't really have to worry about anything else and you just solely focus on the triple jump. So there we go, that is Supermassive Galaxy finished. Now we're going to move on to the Flipsville Galaxy. This goes along the same lines. There's 2 stars. There's 1 star that's easy to get here. There's one that's a little tricky to get, and then there's one that's really jerkishly placed in the fact that if you don't get it the first time around, you basically die. That's going to be Green Star 3, but before we even get to that, because Green Star 3 is the only thing that's actually difficult in this world here in terms of Green Stars. Let's start off with Green Star 1, because the first two, like, this one is easy, the second one's a little tricky with your maneuvering, and the third one is just kind of evil by the developers. But here we go. This is going to start out basically the same as any other mission that we had here in the Flipsville Galaxy. Let's just make our way all the way over here. But be very careful, because you can miss the first Green Star here if you're just rushing completely and not really giving any cares in the world. Right here, right when you ground pound, you're gonna go through here. Do not go on this launch star, because if you look over there, you can see some shininess. Yes, you believe it or not, that is actually a Green Star. Holy moly, dude. We've only seen like 50 of these so far. So yeah, simply put, just fall down right there, and the first Green Star is yours. That is as easy as it gets, but people may just lose it on the fact that they're in such a rush and they see a launcher, they're like, okay, and they flick the Wiimote without really looking around, and I guess that was the whole point of it. But yeah, Green Star 1, not hard. Green Star 2, on the other hand, is a little more daunting. You can see it right there, but I will say it is actually easier to pick up than it looks. Like, people, I don't know, I said this is a tricky star to get, and it kind of is, but it's not as hard as it seems like it would be. Let's get up here. Oh god, Chomp, get out of my way. Oh, okay. Oh lordy. Get rid of this Octumba here, and if you backflip and spin, you can kind of see at the very top there. You might think to yourself you could just do, actually, that might kind of, would that actually work? I guess not quite. Maybe if you were Luigi, that could work. But here's how this is gonna work. All you're gonna do, you're gonna backflip, spin, wall jump, wait a bit, spin again, wall jump off of that, wait a bit, spin again, and that should get you over there. So let's try to do that. Actually, no, let me backflip, spin, oh, okay, wall jump, spin, and then you should be able to get over there like so. And if you're playing as Luigi, that's even easier to get. It's not so difficult, it just looks intimidating, but your movement does have to be kind of precise, so it might take you a few tries to get up there, but just, you know, prolong your movement for as long as you can before you absolutely have to spin, and you should be able to pick that up without massive trouble. Green Star 3, on the other hand, is going to be quite a bit of a challenge for us. There's one very important tip I can give with this star, though. And in order to make your life a little bit easier, and you have to time this kind of properly as well, so just saying this alone might not be enough. I'm going to pick up the mushroom here, even though it probably won't even be necessary. Let me get out of there before or not. That's fine. There's one very particular mechanic. I don't know if I've really addressed it so much, but just as a reminder, if you jump and then spin, and then you do a ground pound, you will sort of gravitate to whatever is there, if that makes any sense. So in this instance, before I, you know, get along with it, backflip, and then do one of these, you see how Mario kind of just, like, gravitates toward the enemy, or the thing he's gonna ground pound on? That's gonna be a little bit important for when we get our last Green Star here, because of the way that it's positioned. And honestly, I have to say they're kind of cruel for putting it like this, because you get a checkpoint that's kind of far away, so every time you miss this potentially, that's just like another 30 seconds you have to sit over and, you know, just repeat, and it gets really tiring really fast. But let's just keep making our way over here. We're making good tracks. You can kind of hear the Green Star in the distance right now. Ground pound here. And can you guess where the Green Star is before we even do anything here? I'll give you a hint. It's on this planetoid somewhere. Well, it's all the way up there. You might think to yourself, okay, we'll just like do a triple jump or something. No. That Green Star is actually so high in the air, and the fact they have they put a launch star right here, you basically cannot get up to that while the gravity is like this. Instead, you have to have the gravity like this, which basically means you have to kind of put yourself out there to the point where you basically will die if you don't get the star here, which can be it's a little scary, man, and I may die here because I've only practiced this a tiny bit. Here's the general strategy. When we're gonna fall here, we're gonna try our best to move over to where the star actually is. Like, we're gonna move Mario closer to it. Once you fall in a little bit of ways and you get near it, you're gonna want to spin and then do a ground, like one of these in succession, like a spin and then a ground pound in succession, and hopefully have Mario kind of gravitate towards the Green Star. So here we go. Perfect. Okay, that is exactly how you want to do it. That way, it's not so much of a blind jump as it appears to be, but you need to make sure the timing on that is proper, or else you're just going to ground pound right past the star. But there we go. Whew. I was a little bit worried about that one. It's very evil, but thankfully, with that little trick, it shouldn't be so difficult to pick up. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is still difficult to pick up. I wasn't confident in doing that, but I think you have a better chance of doing that, using that technique, doing that technique in order to actually grab the green star. Now that we've done all that, we're gonna relax and actually get the 2 green stars that are in Honeyhop, and the only one that you can really die on is the first one, and even then the first one's really easy. So now I'm kind of calmed down. I've gotten past some of the points where I could easily die. I've handled things really well, and so if I die in Honeyhop Galaxy, I'm actually going to be pretty embarrassed, because I consider this a very laid-back world for green stars. Hey look, there's one right now. If you can't tell, that's the second green star, because that's literally at the very end of the level right there. The first green star, you could actually... No, you probably couldn't see that. Maybe if you were paying ultra close attention, you maybe would have seen it, but I only saw it because I know exactly where it is in this level itself, so let's just use the honey suit again. Honey suit, oh dear. The bee suit. Honey suit, I wonder what that would be like. Actually, no, I'd rather not know what that would be like. Grab the vine here, just make our way up, and what we're gonna do is try to make our way to where those balloons are. You know where the flower is? There's a name for the flower, and I know the bee kind of tells you, so bear with me here while I kind of just BS with it's just a flower. It's one of those things we used in the final Bowser level as well. You know, you spin, then you grab the flower, and it kind of just like flies down very gradually. Well, yes, we are going to use that for a bit, but we're actually not going to really fully rely on it to make our way all the way over to where the green star is. Actually, I kind of lied there too. You could if you really want to, but what I personally recommend is when you get there, in case you miss it, you jump off the flower here. What is it called? I know you say what it is. The floaty fluff, that's what it is, okay. And you're just going to spin and destroy this red balloon because the green star is actually right behind it. If you do miss it right here, you can just press A to jump off it and use the bee suit to sort of fly over there. But you can just simply run into it with the fluffy, like the floaty fluff? I already forget the name. Some weird name that has almost no relevance because you see it in like 2 stages. Anyway, there you go. That is green star number 1. Now let's go get green star number 2 to end off this video. Let's just make sure this time we don't touch that star by accident, because it's actually, like, if you're greedy and you want to go for, like, star bits in these balloons, it's actually quite easy to hit that green star by accident. But yeah, simply put, now that we're over on this planetoid, let's just go over here. We don't need to pick up any silver stars, thankfully, so this is going to cut down this level actually quite a bit. Don't get wrecked by the water here. Okay, good. Okay. A little wonky there. Let's get on this flower, and then from here, we just simply hold A to get all the way up top here. And there we go. And now up this vine, like that. Grab this, good. And now we're just going to flip up. And the queen's gonna do the stupid lines again. You can... That's really funny. There's just a green star right in front of her face. Like, that's... Yeah, okay. And there's gonna be some dumb stuff again. This feels extremely uncomfortable. This green star can be a little wonky to get, because, like, the perspective is like, what the heck? Grab it! No! Yeah, like, see... Oh, don't do this to me. Oh! That was lucky I didn't lose my bee suit, because I actually bounced off the thing. Okay, yeah, this one is a little tricky to get solely to the fact that the gravity is kind of weird. Like, when it's, like, all around her. Seeing her face that up close is really scary. Please, like, let's zone out really quick. Okay, I never have to see that again. Thank God for that. And we're done. That is 8 green stars. Power stars, green stars, whatever the hell they are. I don't even know anymore. Green stars collected there, 3 here, 3 here, 2 there. We've cleared out 4 galaxies out of the 7 that exist in World 4 right here. And conveniently enough, there's another 3-star galaxy, another 3-star galaxy, and then a 2-star galaxy for another 8. So by the end of the next video, we are actually going to have ourselves a fully completed set of the first 4 worlds. So that's pretty good. But anyway, I think that's going to be enough for now. So guys, I have been Mr.Master1, this has been episode 41 of Super Mario Galaxy 2, and the next episode, we clear out the rest of World 4's green stars with the Chompworks Galaxy, the Starshine Beach Galaxy, and then Bowser's Galaxy stage. I forget the exact name, but anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in episode 42. See you later.